Reincarnation anime never slows down, yet some absolute bangers keep getting ignored. Today, I'm counting down 10 reincarnation anime you're sleeping on, breaking down why they hit, where they stumble, and why you should care. Kicking off with number 10, the faraway paladin is reincarnation done with actual patience. Our lead wakes up in a ruined city raised by 3 undead legends, and instead of speedrunning power, the show lets faith, guilt, and purpose breathe. It feels closer to classic fantasy than flashy isekai nonsense, which instantly scares people off. The pacing is slow, yes, sometimes painfully so, but the payoff hits hard when battles finally matter. The villains aren't cartoon evil, the stakes feel earned, and the emotional weight sneaks up on you. If you bounced early, I get it, but this anime rewards commitment. Think less demon lord flexing, more moral choices and consequences. It's not loud, it's not trendy, but when it hits with quiet confidence that sticks longer than most reincarnation power trips. That restraint alone makes it refreshing in a genre obsessed with shortcuts and instant gratification for patient fantasy fans. This is Emiverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Sliding to number 9, Reborn to Master the Blade. From Hero King to Extraordinary Squire, flips the usual reincarnation flex by turning a legendary Hero King into a battle-obsessed girl. The joy here is pure combat brain. She doesn't want politics, harems, or saving the world again. She just wants smoke. Every fight feels like the protagonist laughing directly at power-scaling charts. The animation pops when blades start flying, and the energy stays light even when enemies should be terrifying. Story-wise, it's simple, sometimes too simple, but that's part of the charm. This anime knows it's here to entertain, not preach. If you enjoy overpowered leads who are unbothered, smug, and having the time of their lives, this one scratches that itch hard, without pretending to be deeper than it is. It's dumb fun executed confidently, and sometimes that honesty is exactly what reincarnation fans need after wading through overly serious seasonal slop every year. Landing on number 8, I'm Standing on a Million Lives is the chaotic neutral of reincarnation anime. The protagonist isn't heroic, he's practical to a scary degree, and the world punishes mistakes brutally. Death actually matters here, which instantly raises tension. The art style feels rough at first, but it fits the grim, experimental tone. Quests aren't fun fetch jobs, they're moral nightmares with no clean answers. Some arcs hit harder than others, and the pacing can wobble, but when it clicks, it's unsettling in a good way. If you're tired of nice guy saviors and want an isekai that questions the genre itself, this one deserves more respect than it gets. It's not always comfortable viewing, but that discomfort is the point, forcing characters and viewers to sit with consequences instead of power fantasies that most reincarnation shows dodge completely, making this series quietly bold, risky, and memorable overall for fans. Looking at number 7, the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat is isekai with a mission statement. This man is reborn to kill a hero, and he approaches it like a professional, not a shonen protagonist. The planning, manipulation, and cold logic set it apart immediately. Yes, it indulges in some genre tropes, and the fan service can be distracting, but the assassin mindset stays consistent. Watching him treat relationships like tools is uncomfortable, and that's intentional. The anime balances strategy, action, and moral gray zones better than most. It's slick, confident, and knows exactly what it wants to be without pretending it's wholesome. If you enjoy calculated leads who think 3 moves ahead, this scratches the same itch as darker political fantasy anime while still delivering flashy kills, tense setups, and a protagonist you never fully trust, which keeps every arc engaging and unpredictable throughout the season-run overall tone. Rolling into number 6, Spirit Chronicles mixes revenge, romance, and reincarnation trauma into one messy but addictive package. The protagonist carries memories from a past life that refuse to stay quiet, shaping every decision. The early tragedy hooks you fast, and the emotional baggage never fully leaves. World building is solid, the magic system behaves, and the relationships feel complicated instead of convenient. It's not perfect. Some side characters fade too quickly and pacing jumps around, but the core journey stays compelling. If you like reincarnation stories that remember pain doesn't reset just because you respawned, This one lands harder than expected. It quietly balances slice-of-life warmth with unresolved grief, making victories feel earned and losses sting longer than usual for viewers who want emotional continuity instead of endless power resets, even when the plot occasionally trips over itself narratively, but recovers before breaking immersion completely again, most times overall. Breaking into number 5, the Misfit of Demon King Academy is reincarnation arrogance turned into a sport. Anno's Voldigoad walks into his own legend and immediately starts disrespecting everyone's power scale. The fun comes from how unapologetic it is. Logic bends, villains monologue, and Annos deletes them mid-sentence. The writing isn't subtle, and the stakes can feel fake, but that's part of the appeal. This anime exists to hype you up, not challenge your ethics. When you want maximum confidence, ridiculous feats, and a main character who knows he's built different, this delivers exactly that energy. It's junk food anime done right, especially when you're tired of underdog speeches and just want dominance served loudly with dramatic music, smug smiles, and zero apologies for being completely over the top season after season without shame whatsoever at all. Honestly. And fans love it for that reason alone, sometimes unapologetically, too much fun. Crashing in at number 4, So I'm a Spider, So What? Is pure survival chaos. Reincarnated as a weak dungeon monster, our lead fights tooth and nail just to exist. The internal monologue carries hard, turning fear into comedy and desperation into momentum. The animation shifts can be rough, especially in human arcs, but the spider sections stay addictive. Power progression feels earned, not gifted, and the mystery behind the world slowly creeps in. This anime rewards patience and attention, then casually drops lore bombs when you least expect them. It's one of the few reincarnation stories where weakness lasts long enough to matter, making later dominance satisfying instead of hollow, while blending game mechanics, dark humor, and existential dread into something far smarter than the premise suggests initially, especially by the end stretch that hooks you hard, emotionally and mentally alike consistently throughout the series. Run overall arc development-wise, too. Sliding into number 3, The Executioner and Her Way of Life flips reincarnation expectations violently. People summoned from Japan aren't heroes, they're threats, and the church is here to erase them. The tone is cold, unsettling, and unapologetic. Trust is a weapon, friendships are traps, and survival means moral compromise. This anime actively punishes viewers for assumptions built by other isekai. It's smart, cruel, and incredibly bold. But trust me, number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible, especially once the reveals start stacking. The direction, twists, and emotional whiplash refuse to play safe, making every episode feel dangerous and unpredictable for viewers who thought they had the genre figured out, only to realize comfort is the first thing this series happily kills off without mercy or warning whatsoever repeatedly again. Approaching number 2, the greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical. Nobody leans into irony hard. A former godlike tyrant just wants peace, but his power refuses to cooperate. Watching him accidentally break the world while aiming for normalcy stays funny throughout. The supporting cast adds charm even when the plot plays it safe. It doesn't reinvent anything, but it executes the formula cleanly. Sometimes you don't need innovation, just a smooth, entertaining ride that knows when to flex and when to chill. It's comfort reincarnation anime, perfect for casual binge sessions where vibes matter more than narrative risk, yet still packed with confident moments, clean action, and a lead whose restraint ironically makes his power displays funnier every single time they slip through, keeping engagement high across episodes consistently without exhaustion setting in quickly. Finally, landing on number 1, The Eighth Son, are you kidding me? Is underrated comfort reincarnation. Thrown into nobility with zero prep, the protagonist navigates money, politics, and magic like a stressed adult, not a chosen savior. The slow economic focus turns surprisingly engaging. It's low on spectacle, high on practicality, and that's refreshing. Watching systems get built step by step scratches a different itch. If you enjoy grounded progress, realistic struggles, and a reincarnation story that feels lived in, this deserves way more love. It won't blow your mind, I'm top, but it steadily wins you over with consistency and believable world management, which makes it perfect background comfort late night viewing, and a reminder that reincarnation doesn't always need explosions to stay interesting long term, especially for fans who appreciate details, systems, and patience rewarded. That's my list of reincarnation anime you're seriously sleeping on. Drop your favorites, argue respectfully, and tell me which one I missed. Like the video if you enjoyed the chaos, subscribe for more anime breakdowns, and stick around. The next list might flip everything you think you know. Thanks for watching. See you next time, fam.